Hello friend. So in today's video, I thought that we could decompress with each other just because life has been kind of lifing pretty hard, I think, for some of us here. And so whether you're going through something or not, I would just like to take some time to relax and go down memory lane, and I thought that I could do that with you. So this video is going to be filled with hopefully some ASMR tingles, and I just am so excited to show you what's in this box. So without further ado, let's get started. Of course, if you are a new viewer of mine, or someone who has been subscribed for a while, make sure that you turn on the notification bell because I have quite a few posts that are coming up that I'm so excited to share with you. If you are someone who likes the more chill side of social media, I suppose, then I definitely will always try to provide that. I have a vlog style video coming and just some additional things that I've been working on and stuff that I have been looking forward to announcing for some time that are finally ready. So if you would like to turn on the notification bell, hit the subscribe button, and please feel free to leave a comment with something that you collect whenever you go places, because I know that I am someone who likes to have little keepsakes and nothing always too major. So yeah, I am just so excited to show you these. I'll keep it as brief as possible and just tell you where I went and maybe like a general feeling or something like that. But I like to talk. I like to talk sometimes in regards to traveling and stuff. I can go on and on about certain things that I'm really passionate about. So here is the inside of this. It's interesting, actually. Just the lid is so smooth and shiny and stuff, and then you get to the inside and it's almost as if it's like, I don't know, I guess it's just the regular wood finish, but it's just different. Okay, so let me put this here. I don't know. Yeah, I'll put this here, and then I'll put whatever magnets that I talk about, I'll put right here. So I guess first up is going to be New York, New York. I have quite a few things from New York actually in here that I'm going to be showing you. Let's see if I can rummage a little bit through this and find the rest of New York City. But I specifically got most of the magnets from the stands in Central Park because there were a lot of those types of things in Central Park, and also like live music and you know, those types of things there. But this I did not get from Central Park actually. So this is from the American Museum of Natural History. I don't know if it's focusing on this properly, but I am a big fan of museums, art museums, history museums, well, most of it's history, but I have just such an affinity for things of the past and of the future also, and just different concepts and all of those things. And I was so thrilled that I found this, and it's also a clip. It's a paper clip, so you can put it and hold things together, and you can, or I guess picture clip, and then it has the little magnet. It still has the price on the back. This was $8, New York, of course, as we all know, but it is so expensive. I was humbled whenever I went last year, but this was just such a special find for me. It has like a little fossil on the front of it here, and the museum and all of those things is behind it. So anyway, I was just over the moon whenever I saw that. Let's see, I think I have something. I know I have, oh, here it is. So I have this adventure magnet. It says NY, so detailed, and there's all of these rivets and ridges, and I love the two little gems here, but it is in rose gold, which is quite a favorite color of mine. So I saw this, and immediately, this is one of the Central Park magnets, and immediately I was like, absolutely yes, because a lot of the things that were in Central Park, it was for, it was like you get 3 for $10 or something like that. So this is my I Heart NY magnet, so I got this, and I also have a tote bag to match because of course, and I believe I got this at the airport. These two things are from the Met. So I've never taken, whoops, upside down. I've never taken this out of the bag because I moved in January, and so I was basically living out of boxes, and so whenever I came back from New York in December, I just literally packed everything up, and it was, all of the stuff was still in the Met gift bag that I had, but yeah, this was quite a treat. And then these are from my favorite artist, hint hint. His work is his work, especially The Starry Night, has always resonated with me, and they're made of, I don't know, it's some type of like a silicone covering, I suppose, with the artwork here. So here's like a better look, but as you can see, it is just so beautiful. So many of his works are there, and there's the man himself. But I am a very big fan of Vincent, and so I could not take these with me. And this was $16. I mean, I guess it's worth it, but, and of course I dropped it, and it cracked like the same day because I was taking it out to admire it, and I dropped it and it kind of cracked a little bit, but that is okay. Mistakes happen. Like, as long as the insides were okay, that's fine. On the back of this, it also reads, "Get stuck on art. Each of these tiny yet powerful magnets bears an image by Vincent van Gogh from the museum's collection. Through innovative brushstrokes and vivid color, Van Gogh transformed casual bouquets, country landscapes, and ordinary people into vibrant, unforgettable images. As strong as they are small, these magnets are a movable gallery of favorites that's functional as well as beautiful." Which I have to agree. Okay, so I think that was it from the New York magnets. I realized after like the fourth one that I was like, maybe I have enough magnets, and then I was like, is there ever enough? But yeah. So I also got magnets for other people, like my mom and my friends. They all, I found like magnets and stuff for them. So yes, moving on. This is a magnet that I got in Cozumel, Mexico, whenever I went on my solo cruise. I did a story time about that once, the first year I was on YouTube, and I want to redo the story time. And I have a lot of videos that I planned on remaking, but it was an accidental solo trip that I had the time of my life on, and so of course this was to commemorate that. I have a picture, I don't know where it is, But I have a picture with some birds on my shoulders, and it was just the best time. Okay, let's see, what can I show next? So this is my Space City Houston magnet. It was actually one of the very first magnets that I got whenever I visited Houston for the first time several years back. I went to NASA, and at NASA it was at the Space Center. I was a member for several years, but I loved the gift shop at the NASA Space Center, and I just always had the very best of times. And so I got these little things and magnets and about that. And then, yes, so this is the very first magnet that I got from Roswell. As you can see, it's a UFO, or two UFOs, and they are going down the freeway. And the little sign says Roswell. And I still have my sticker on here as well from the first time I visited the International UFO Museum and Research Facility, which is highly, highly recommended if you are ever in Roswell. The options that you mainly do whenever you go are visit all of the shops in the local downtown area. Then you can also go to visit the museum, of course. And while we're also on the subject of the very first magnet I got going to Roswell for the first time, I'll also show you the magnets that I got from the road trip, because Roswell was the first stop of many in the first state of many, besides Texas, that we drove through for that big 3,000-mile trek out west that I did 3 years ago that I talk about all of the time. But let's see if I can find my little Buc-ee's, also a Texas staple. Okay, so we drove from New Mexico, we drove from New Orleans, Louisiana to and through Texas, into New Mexico, and then we went up and through Colorado, and then drove into Utah. Which is just so beautiful. And I actually got all of these magnets in a shop in Utah, because we didn't stop long enough. We passed through the states, but we didn't stop long enough in either of these to go to any souvenir shops. And so this is Arizona. A fun fact, which is this, Monument Valley, Arizona, is of course on reservation, and it's protected land, of course, as it all should be. And this place is so big that it borders in 2 states. So it's in Utah, and then it's also in Arizona. So you can literally step from one state into another, and it is just one of the most beautiful places that I've ever been. I think about it all the time. I post pictures every now and then from it too on my stories as kind of like throwbacks. And these are some of the magnets. I didn't get to linger in Arches or Bryce Canyon for nearly as long as I wanted to, but Capitol Reef was an amazing place, and that is another national park that it has my heart, it has my interests. Now, it wasn't, since we're already on the topic of the West, I recently came back from a trip to Zion, and it was just such an amazing experience being back out west after so many years. And this is the magnet that I got from Zion, and it is like painted wood, kind of, or maybe it's just wood and they had like a print or something on it. As you can see, it's definitely a lot of the wood was kind of visible. At least I don't know if the camera picked it up, but it was just such a beautiful experience. I was there for about 2 hours, maybe 3, and I know I still didn't see like everything. And if we would have kept going straight, we would have ended up at Bryce Canyon, but there wasn't time. Plus, we were tired. Let's see. But this is another little thing. It's a Zion. It looks like it's in a dome or something, but anyway. So going back towards the east now, from leaving Utah and stuff. This is from whenever I went cave exploring over the summer. Don't ask me why. I had some free time and I wanted to do it, and I did. But this is from Inner Space Cavern. It's a series of 5 different cave systems, or 4 to 5 different cave systems. And it was an experience unlike any other. And it was just the best, the very best of times. It was terrifying, but it was so cool being inside of the earth and just getting to experience all of the different just parts of the planet that you don't necessarily get to experience often or ever sometimes. But yeah, that was pretty great. I have other magnets in here from various different things as well. Of course, anytime I would go to Destin, I would pick up some Florida magnets. I go to Florida every year except for this year because I moved, and now the trip that normally would take me about 3.5 or maybe 4.5 hours would now take me 9. So I had not gone to Florida this year how I typically do, but it was definitely on my mind. And yeah, I love Florida so much. I've been going for so long that I have my favorite restaurants and everything out there. And of course I have my Gulf Shores, Alabama magnets and stuff here too. I do have something from Mississippi. It doesn't say Mississippi, but it is from this place in Hattiesburg that I like, that I have made a few things, like a few pieces of content there, called the Lucky Rabbit, and it says happy things instead of stranger things, and it's a magnet and it's a pin, so you can pin it on things and also like put it on your fridge. So yeah, those are my travel magnets. I have definitely been around. I started seriously collecting magnets from my travels whenever I was in Utah, so it was kind of just something that I spiraled into that I will continue to keep up that tradition. And so, yeah, it's been quite a road and journey that I've been on, and I really wanted to see what I was made of, and a lot of the trips and treks that I've gone down and that I've taken have been like by myself, and solo travel has been something that is been liberating and also terrifying and also beautiful and everything. So as someone who's traveled often, and I would say far, I recommend, if you're thinking of doing it, just try it out. But it's something that you work your way up to. I'm not saying, leave the country on a whim by yourself, but it starts small by going to maybe a restaurant by yourself, or a movie, or just getting comfortable with yourself, and all of those things is very, very vital. So I hope that you enjoy this, friend. Thank you for watching. I hope that it was also relaxing, and that, it was just good. So I thoroughly enjoyed this. I will see you in another video very soon. I've been uploading some of my shorts, and from my Instagram reels in particular. My Instagram content is typically a little bit different than TikTok, and it's a little bit different than what I do here. And but it all is kind of centered around far out and strange concepts and all of those things. But I think YouTube, I want to focus, I guess, my channel and my account on just decompressing, I suppose, and relaxing, and still talking about cool things, but just chill, a lot more chill than I typically kind of make on my other things. So it's all a little bit different. It's all at kind of different paces, but it's like the same person wearing different shirts. Anyway, but I sincerely hope that you have a stellar rest of your week, rest of your month, rest of your year, and thank you for watching, and thank you for being here.